On Galapagos,
Yeah.
do you have any wildlife encounters there?
It was extraordinary. Swimming with and seals. It's like playing with your dog.
Right.
The seals would literally come up and swim around you, do circles around you, and then we noticed that if you do something, then they would copy. So if you twirl around, they would come up and twirl around, and just they were so
would come
curious.
up to you in the nose and look you in the eye.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we had a
Wow.
couple of people. We were on a boat for 8 days. We were, so it was fantastic. We got to do a different island every day. And we had another couple of people on the boat, and they were quite scared, hadn't been in the water before. This
Right.
time it was a joy to be in the water.
Right.
Actually, it was really beautiful.
Right. Yeah.
The water
Nice
was
and
great.
warm.
Yeah.
But the seals, they would sort of swim up to you and then stop and
Right in front of your face.
and then they come underneath and look at you again.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Right.
But they're not scared of. They're not afraid of humans.
Yeah.
And they haven't. It's the same as Antarctica and Galapagos. They're extremely respectful of their wildlife. Extremely respectful. So they're not used to people mistreating them or doing the wrong thing or throwing rubbish or anything like that.
Right.
So there's only a certain amount of people, like one boat on island between this hour and this hour. So there's never too many people. It's only just you and the wildlife. So and you get so close to the tortoises as well. And penguins.
The turtles in the water, everything.
Right.
Nothing is scared of you. It's just going on, and it's normal daily life, and you can just float in the water, wherever, and the turtles will just swim around you. We had a school of little bait fish, and the penguins were literally swimming around us because the bait fish were near us, and they were just eating them.
Right.
It was extraordinary how close you get, and nothing's scared of you. There's stingrays, and when you're snorkeling along, the fish. Like as long as you almost, because the big shelf drops off the side or whatever, and you're swimming through big schools of fish. Like it was just as you get to wildlife goes, it was just extraordinary.
You were telling me earlier about penguins on the land and how they would be kind of like, hey,
in Antarctica.
Was it in that Antarctica?
Yeah. Some of the places on South Georgia Island and that as well, where they have made their paths, and they walk that same path every day to get up to wherever their nests are.
And so do the humans, don't they? Because anything outside of that, you don't know if it's going to be deep or crunchy or slippery. So you go on the same path as the penguins, and like there's crisscrosses everywhere. But they it's their path. They've made this path, thankfully. That's good.
Yeah.
So we're grateful for that. And they're walking along, like waddling, and you're standing there, and they look up and go. Excuse me. So you literally have to get out of their way, and they say to you, don't get within sort of 2 meters. And if you see them coming, don't wait for them to get to you. Get off the train. But sometimes they'd come up behind you because you're looking around and you're taking
fascinated
photos of wildlife, and you hear this tapping on the ice behind you, and you're like, sorry, excuse me, and you get yourself off and let them pass, and they said, look back, so just like, took you sweet time getting off the path. It's amazing, like it is like that. You have to get out of there. It's like the seals as well.
Right.
They sort of pass
You said they just kind of look at you and just like,
and if you're not moving, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you the curious look, like, why are you in my way?
Yeah.
I walk here every day, and
That's funny. That is so funny. That's funny. Now, we hear a lot of stories outside of South America about all the drugs that are there and the gangs and the kidnappings, all that kind of stuff. You're cycling through this continent.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like you were in danger?
Absolutely not.
That's crazy.
Not once.
So many, even like when we were in Colombia at the very end, even all the Colombians would ask us, do you feel safe here and everything? And we're like, yes, we do. And they're like, we're trying, all the people in Colombia want people to go there because they have the history, they know all the history, and they're always asking us, what did you know about Colombia before you come? And it's always, the drugs and all the rest of it. But we didn't see that at all. Like, we never felt threatened anywhere in all of South America. When we were cycling, we would, wild camp beside the side of the road. We never had anybody come up to us and try anything or anything like that.
No. To be fair, we chose not to cycle through Colombia because the border crossings they're not quite so safe. There's still recent history, like recent reports of people being kidnapped and things like that, bribery. So we decided not to cycle through there, but we backpacked through
Yeah.
and had not a
No
problem
worries
at
at all.
all.
Right.
And we went to sort of little isolated spots, but we sort of stayed within the touristy areas. We went to places that were known but weren't full of tourism,
Right.
because we don't like to be in the pockets of other tourists. But we not once had a
the
problem,
whole
and we
time.
would recommend everyone go everywhere we went in South America. We would do again in a heartbeat.
Right.
It was terrific,
Wow.
and the
Yeah.
people were super friendly, and the food's good, and
Yeah.
the climate's nice. Actually, our favourite place was Bolivia.
Bolivia.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we love Bolivia.
Oh my gosh, the food is extraordinary. Not even necessarily the street food was good as well. The avocados are the best we've had in the world there in Kenya, but also they've got fancy restaurants for a dime.
Wow.
Like,
Really
so
cheap, fancy meals and beautifully tasting meals that were
we liked, and the people were amazing, and they still dress in their old
their traditional
Thank you.
dresses and that the
Yeah.
ladies all every
They do
day
every-
they have the same.
and it's not for tourism, because there's not a huge amount of tourism there. We're talking about Paz specifically here now
Yeah.
too, I suppose.
And
Their markets, they've got like
every type of fruit and vegetable.
Right.
just
Things you've never
tremendous.
seen before.
Yeah.
We're trying new things all the time, and it was
Wow.
fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, we loved that.
It was so fun to just follow your journey through South America. So now you're done traveling the world, right? No. So briefly, what's next? Where are you going from here?
We're heading to the Caribbean for a little while.
Well, I'm for 6 weeks this time.
Yeah, back to Australia.
6 weeks too much.
Have Christmas with the family, catch up with the friends and family and everything, and then
We
head to the
are-
Caribbean for a little while, and then
Yeah, so we're heading to Europe.
primarily Europe, then to catch up with some more people that we
Right.
met along the TA. So,
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
Wales
yeah, right.
and Kuhn
So
and
some
Whitby and
people
hopefully
from Germany and the Netherlands, Belgium, France.
and Manuel,
Right.
So people we've met on our travels, so we're doing a bit of a European
Yeah.
catch up tour type of thing, but we're doing a few hikes over there as well. We're doing the Fisherman's Trail
Jordan Trail.
and then maybe in the Balkans do some hiking through there and that,
Okay.
and then finish up later in the year in Jordan and
Right.
do the Jordan Trail. And,
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
so-
plan.
Wow.
But we do change our plans a fair bit.
pretty often. So
Yeah.
We're lucky in that regard that we can be pretty flexible.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
whatever we do will involve a lot of camping. So
Yeah.
when we do travel, because we do travel a lot, you probably sounds like
Right.
we're
Right.
millionaires or something. We're not. We are very frugal, humble travelers.
Yeah.
And
Tent travel.
we like to immerse ourselves in a country each time we go somewhere and really experience their culture if we can.
Yeah.
Which is why we love the TA so much, is because
Right.
we could,
Yeah.
we really got to be part of the country.
Mm.
And we had the flexibility to stay here a long time as well. Where in other countries, of course, we need visas. So a lot of our travel is dictated by how long we can be in each place. But we try to really immerse ourselves each time we go somewhere, and we find hiking or biking around allows us to do that.
Yeah.
Now you don't have a YouTube channel.
No.
You don't really do Instagram a whole lot.
No.
Well,
You do some stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
So if people wanted to kind of like follow you, what you're doing, how would they do that?
You have Polarsteps as your
Yeah. So we have this app called Polarsteps that we update.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. If we're hiking or if we're cycling or doing stuff every day, I might update it every day, and I might get a bit behind. But you know what, life gets in the way, and we really sometimes we get caught up just being present in the moment and loving what we're doing. And you know what, social media and all that takes a back seat, and we often tell our family if we're going to be. Like we may not be available for a week or so. We'll get back in touch when we can.
Right.
So there's times like that we'll sort of get behind. But you can see where we are on our Polarsteps, I suppose.
Okay.
Facebook as well.
A lot of it we probably, it would have been interesting maybe to have a channel, but to be fair, we don't want to spend all our time doing
the
that.
editing. Yeah.
And I take my hat off to you with being so dedicated every afternoon. We're like, oh, Kurt's off doing it again, and it took you hours, but you did it, and more for you. I don't think we could spend the time to do that and keep it so constant. And I think
It was just my wedding escape
time.
having to talk to people.
But you needed two of us. It was nice.
Yeah, I've often thought, man, Discovery needs to find you guys and let them follow you around. Yeah, you be the new David Attenborough couple.
We just love
hiking
life.
and cycling, because you know, it's the best way to see things up close. And it's in a car, you're driving along and you see something, and oh wow, and it's quickly gone or whatever. Whereas hiking or cycling, you can just stop and take in the moment. If you see some wildlife, especially, you see the most incredible things sometimes. Just hiking along, and and you can stop and just enjoy it. And and it's the simplicity of it all too. I think the fact that you don't have to be from point A to point B, you can change it up as the circumstances. Right. Oh, it's rainy today, so I won't go or whatever. But
our lifestyle wouldn't suit everybody, that's for sure. Because we do love to travel, and before we met, that's what we were doing. We were independently overseas and doing crazy, exciting stuff. So it's a lot of people like to be home, and that's
that's cool.
That is probably a lot of people. But our home is
wherever you're sleeping that night. Excellent. Well, it's really been good talking with you both. Thank you for taking the time to share that and share your lives with so many people. So we'll definitely keep in contact and keep following you around the world, and hopefully our paths will cross again someday.
Absolutely.
This has been great. So good to meet Lisa.
Absolutely.
It's been great seeing you. And this is what makes the hikes really special. Like
when you get to catch up with people.
The people that you meet along the way, and you become lifelong friends and stuff. It's because most people who travel, there'll be two things: the actual reason they went there in the first place, maybe to see this side or that, and if they have a fantastic experience meeting friends or whatever, then usually that will be equal to whatever they've gone there in the first place and that. But the people is what you remember from most travel, and that is the friends and friendships and
that's awesome. All right, well, thank you both for that. Appreciate it.
Excellent. Bye.
Yeah.